Question in the chat. It says from Bobby Williams. It says, "Do you think dating apps are actually making it harder for women and men to find meaningful relationships?"
I think so.
This is for the ladies.
Who uses dating apps?
I don't know.
nowadays?
Everybody.
Everybody.
64% of the U.S.
you use
population.
dating apps?
one
I
thing.
did for
What'd you
like
use?
a hot second.
Which one?
Space?
Hinge.
Sorry?
Mocha space?
No.
Local
Chispa.
Cheese.
No.
Oh,
No,
man.
I was on Hinge for like
Hinge.
a hot second.
For real, I didn't see you on there. No, I'm just playing. I'll just say.
You were too young for me, babe.
Nah, whatever. That's crazy. We're the same age.
You would.
Okay.
I'm just like,
All right. You wish you were there.
I'm just like, no, I don't want to be your age. No offense, but I like.
Why?
Being,
It's beautiful over here.
I like being. It's like I like living in the moment. So I just
Sure.
I like being right here where I'm at. And then as I get older, then
You'll
I get
get
older.
there.
yeah.
But I just I like
No,
being
I
in
feel
this
like
moment.
once you hit your 30s, you blossom.
Do you think you blossom when you hit your 30s?
Actually, for men, they blossom, but
Yeah.
for women, they lost their
They
touch.
decline.
No.
Decline a little bit. Why-
Look,
you
look,
say
look.
no?
And the
Why do
reason
you
I say this,
no?
yeah, go ahead.
Absolutely not, because I was married before.
Yeah.
So I got married at 28, and my kids are grown, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know who I was as a woman, like me as a woman, until I hit my 30s.
But why though? Why is it because you were in relationships before?
Because when you're that young, 28, because 28 is young, you want to cater to your husband, you domesticate yourself, you dedicate your life to your family and your kids, and you lose yourself as a woman, right? And a
Yeah.
lot of women, that is the typical
scenario.
yes.
They don't find their identity.
Right.
Mhm.
And then once they kind of like, man, I lost myself, you know what I mean? Because, man, I want to get back in the gym, but I have all this, whatever.
Yeah.
And so then you start prioritizing your life, and then you start prioritizing yourself, right? And then it can become a problem because now you stopped doing certain things. So I feel like 30s, you find out who you are, and you start really being like, no, this is who I am as a woman. This is what I want to bring to the table. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to learn. It's not just about y'all anymore. It's what about me?
I feel like that,
Okay. I like that. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
frame a little bit to that. That's true.
Yeah.
But I would just say the men is when we hit our 30s is when it clicks.
It's our
for
prime
us.
peak years.
Y'all, it should have already clicked when y'all were
No.
like 21, 22.
19 to 25.
Y'all's minds
No.
are more mature. So if y'all's minds are more mature
Not
at a
necessarily.
sooner age,
I think
y'all should
women are
already.
mature to a certain level, but as far as what their value is, I feel like women don't see that until they have developed experiences. When you've gone through experiences in life, that shapes you as a woman. So the experiences I have gone through has shaped me to the woman that I am now, right? Because when you get to a certain age in your 30s, then you start like, let me learn about this. Let me listen to this. Let me read a book. Let me learn about something, right? Let me learn about men. And then you really figure out who you are as a woman.
See, and okay, look, I'll say this real quick. I got on that journey exactly what you just said at the age of 25.
That's amazing.
So So what I'm saying is when you say that and you're saying in 30s, I'm like, yo, that's late. And me saying I'm getting on that level at 25 is early.
Well, you have to remember, I'm from a different era than you, right?
Yeah.
So-
not really, to an extent. Y'all are in
I'm
the
in a
same
different era
We're all
than
in the same
you.
era. Yeah, we're all in the
Okay.
same
Well,
era.
I'm 32, right? I mean,
It's
I'm
close.
close.
It's all in the same area.
Okay, sure. But in my era, it was like you dedicate yourself to the family.
Which
Yeah.
is good.
Right?
That
Because
actually
that's
is
what
good.
that's what you see, that's what you grow up to see, and that's what you're taught, right? And so you kind of like put yourself on the back burner. But then when you kind of come out of yourself and become and you blossom as a woman, sometimes it can be harder on the family.
Okay.